I will not crash out. I will not crash out. I will not crash out. Hey y'all. Today we're gonna make lemonade out of some lemons. That's what we're gonna do. That's what I'm determined to do. This is not gonna ruin my day. And the thing that's not gonna ruin my day is this. Yeah. I don't know. I've never seen this in all my years of having an iPhone. I've tried like letting it die. I've tried resetting it, force powering it off, whatever. And I'm like, I need my phone. Like, I need my phone. Oh, did I even say hi? Hi. If you're new here, my name is Alexis Brianna. Welcome. I'm all thrown off. I'm sorry. That was rude of me. How are you doing? How's your day going? But yeah, I am about to head to the Apple Store in Timbuktu because the Apple Store nearest me doesn't have availability for 2 days. Yeah. And then the next nearest one doesn't have availability until tomorrow. So I'm stuck going to Timbuktu. So I'm about halfway and I'm about to get some Chick-fil-A because Chick-fil-A makes things better. Sweet tea makes things better. So I'm about to get a large one. And yeah, we're going to see how this goes. Oh, also when I was like trying to figure out, okay, where is this Apple Store? Because I've been in the area before, but I was like, where specifically is it? Like, I don't really drive without either maps or Google Maps or Waze. Like I don't just drive, without those things. And so I was like, okay, what are the instructions? And I felt like the days where I used to have to like print off MapQuest for like, my parents and my aunts, uncles, grandma. I was like, wow, I'm actually gonna have to remember all of these instructions because I refuse to print it out. I'm not printing it out. So it was just like, wow, we are really relying on these phones. Like, my goodness, today. And then as I was about to like park, I was like, crap, I don't have my, what is it called? The app on Chick-fil-A, whatever, your scanning thing where you scan. I don't even have that to like apply my points. So I'm gonna have to get a receipt so that I can actually apply the point. And then on top of all that, I haven't been able to listen to Spotify, haven't been able to listen to an audiobook. I've had to listen to the radio. You know how long it's been since I've had to listen to the radio? I mean, oh, so anyways, focus, Alexis. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get food, then I'm gonna head to the Apple Store, and then we're doing some book therapy. And then I'm going shopping for my daughter because both of those things make me feel better. And so that's gonna be the lemonade today. We're gonna find some good bookstores and get some clothes for my daughter. I already know my husband's about to be like, you got her more clothes? Yes, I did. And I have no shame. So let's see. Let's see how this is about to go. Oh my gosh. Let's see how this is about to go. Hi. So I'm gonna have to get a new phone. That's basically what it boils down to. The options that they gave were not great because of how old my phone is, which we won't talk about how old my phone was because it was paid off. That was all that mattered, and it worked. So I didn't really care that it wasn't the newest and the greatest and the brightest. I just knew that I didn't have to pay for it or like continue paying for it through the installments. But now installment payments are back. And on top of that, after an hour and a half in the Apple Store, we basically couldn't do anything about it because T-Mobile has like high security. I mean, the amount of times that I had to send in like a verification code and I had to borrow like the Apple phone because I don't have a phone to receive a verification, and I can't call customer service because I don't have a working phone. Anyways, we basically got all the way down to like the last step, and it's something that you actually have to call T-Mobile for. You have to call them for it. And yeah, I couldn't, basically, I think the wait time was like 30 minutes, and I couldn't be on Apple's phone for 30 minutes because they have to service other customers, which was totally understandable. So all that to say, now I'm going to a local T-Mobile store, so hopefully I can get that last like code, pin, whatever you want to call it, that I need so that I can get a new phone. All of this just to get a new phone and transfer phones. So anyways, since I don't have Google Maps or access to it because I don't have a phone, I had to look up the address to the nearest thing, and then the very helpful Apple guy, associate, basically gave me directions on how to get to it, and thankfully there's not many turns. So to the T-Mobile store we go. Yay, lemonade. We're gonna make lemonade out of this. Driving to the T-Mobile store, I've just been thinking, as I listen to the radio, since I don't have access to Spotify. I am definitely earning this trip to the bookstores. I mean, wow. It is definitely an earned trip at this point. We are earning this trip. I hate when streets don't have the street name. I need a street name because I don't have maps. So these trips to these bookstores. I mean, I have paid my debts. So we're gonna go to a couple of bookstores. I think that I'll be able to get in maybe 1 or 2 bookstores depending on traffic. I'll then probably go back to the Apple store. I think I saw a bookstore when I was like looking it up by the Apple store, and then I'll probably grab something to eat once I go back to Apple. I don't know. We're going off vibes. We're going off vibes at this point. So let's see what we can find. talk about how long I was in that store. No, we're not. No, we're not. Oh my God, I'm looking at the time. We're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna talk about it. And honestly, there was no way to speed up that part of the process because there were just so many steps, and I have not been a part of like transferring a phone under T-Mobile because I wasn't originally under them when I got my last phone. And so just make sure if you are a T-Mobile user, or if that's your phone service, that you have all of the pins possible. And also check if there is a, what do they call it, like a second verification method you can do, because I only had, I guess, text message turned on. I need to check that when I get home, actually, like to see if there's even another option like to verify, because it kept saying we're gonna send a one-time message to your phone, and I'm like, I don't have a working phone. I can't receive that message. And so I kept having to call and do other things, and just, yeah, this second part of the setup process was just a whole nother thing. I could have probably sped the other thing up had I known what my pin was, which I'm like, did I even set up a pin? Like, anyways, doesn't matter. We have a working phone. And to put things into perspective, I was there so long, there was a shift change. So the original person helping me was not the person who finished it out. And they were great. There's literally nothing that they could have done to speed up the whole process. It was just, it was what it was. So because I ate up so much time in the Apple store getting everything set up, I don't have much time to go to more than one bookstore. So I'm gonna head there and see what we can find. Recluse Books, who's been here for what, 3 months?
Yeah,
three. And I have the amazing co-owner with his wife, and he's been so nice. I've been talking his ear off for an hour or so, And he's been so pleasant. He hasn't been annoyed at all.
I have not been annoyed at all.
But you should definitely visit them. What side of Fort Worth is this technically?
This is the near south side. We're on South Main Street.
South Main Street. It's really fun. It's a cool vibe. I love the music. They have really cool selection. Indie books, traditionally published, some smaller authors.
Mm-hmm. We've got a couple local people.
And they even have a zine section. So if you like hand drawn, or what is it called? Not hand drawn. Hand-bound produced magazines, then definitely check them out. Okay, so I'm back home and settled. I just had to woosah from the day, and then I had to wife things, mom things, all the things in between. But now that I'm settled, I want to go over all of the books that I got from Half Price Books and Recluse Books. And I gotta say, like, the book shopping portion of my day was actually really fun. Like, I enjoyed it, and I think I enjoyed it for a couple of different reasons. I think specifically with Recluse Books, it was just being able to talk to other customers and talk to the co-owner and really just have fun book conversations just about all of the things. And it was just so pure. Like, we all had different perspectives and ideas, and just it was a nice time, and it was a nice way to really just end such a chaotic day. And with Half Price Books, it was fun just being able to go into the bookstore, not looking at reviews and looking at the book, looking at authors that I'm familiar with, authors that I'm not familiar with, and asking other people, like, what are their favorite authors or what are books that they like, and just essentially, I don't know, like, just book shopping without having the crutch of reviews and Goodreads and Amazon and all of those things. And just, I don't know, it was interesting and fun. I think I want to try that again. Not all the time, but I do want to try it again. Anyways, let's get into the books. All right, let's go over the books that I got from Half Price Books first. Okay, so first up we have The Poison Heart by Kaylin Barron. This is a YA fantasy, and this is one of those books that I actually went off of memory from. I don't know much about it other than it follows a female main character who has special powers, and essentially she is given an inheritance after a family member passes. And without giving too much away, essentially she goes on a journey of self-discovery. And let me just read a little bit of it without giving away. Oh, okay, it says, from the best-selling author Cinderella Zed comes an enchanting story about a young woman with the power to conquer dark forces descending around her. I think that is a good description without giving too much away. But to know me is to know that I am a sucker for a good cover, and I absolutely love this cover. And it's another diverse read. I'm a sucker for a diverse read. I just love representation. So I'm really excited about this because I also believe that it is I don't know if I said this, but it is a signed copy and a special edition. So super excited to add this very, very beautiful cover to my shelf. Okay, next up we have another fantasy, but it's an adult fantasy, and it is The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. And I have never read anything by N.K. Jemisin, but just reading this and also learning that she is a 3-time, I think, Hugo Award winner, I was like, oh, I'm reading something from her. And I don't want to go into this too much in case you want to go into it a bit blind, but I know that it's based in New York, but other than that, I don't know much about it. It says, from 3-time Hugo Award-winning and New York Times best-selling author N.K. Jemisin, The City We Became tells a revolutionary story of culture, magic, and myths in contemporary New York City. And then the bottom says, every great city has soul. Some are ancient as myths, and others are new and destructive as children. New York City, she's got 6. I think this is going to be a good time. I wonder if this is dystopian or if it's just purely fantasy. I'd be interested to find out. But again, I haven't read anything from N.K. Jemisin. I've seen her name like floating around there, and she is another Black author, and I love reading from Black authors, specifically in the fantasy genre. I think that it is a genre that, like, I think any other genre within literature was just not always diverse. And so being able to see someone who has won so many awards specifically in fantasy, and I think she also maybe has a fiction out. I believe she has a fiction out as well. But anyways, I'm really excited to dig into this and add this book to the shelf. Okay, let's go over the books that I got from Recluse Books. All right, before I show you this first book, Remember, this is a safe space. We listen, we don't judge. We don't judge, okay? So I got The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. This is a dystopian YA, and I absolutely love the movies. And when I saw this on the shelf, I was like, I can't believe I haven't read these. And I've been seeing Songbirds of something or Sunrise. I don't know. It has a purple cover. I'll put it up somewhere here. But I've been seeing that around. It is the prequel to this series. This is the first book in the series for those who may not know about the Hunger Games. I'll read a little bit of the back. But yes, I can't believe I haven't read this book. But anyways, it says, in the ruins of a place once known as North America lies the nation of Panem, a shining capital surrounded by 12 outlying districts. The capital is harsh and cruel and keeps the districts in line by forcing them all to send one boy and one girl between the ages of 12 and 18 to participate in the annual Hunger Games, a fight to the death on live TV. Yeah, and I won't read the second paragraph in case you want to go in this blind and maybe you haven't watched the movies or haven't watched the books. Like, I don't want to make assumptions that everyone knows about this series or has read it, but I'm really excited to add this to the shelf, and I'm definitely going to be adding this to my TBR sometime in the fall and winter because I really want to get into this series and on the book side and then also read the prequel. So really excited to add this to the shelf. All right, so the last book that I got is actually a recommendation from the co-owner of Recluse Books. I asked them for different recommendations, and I told them I like fantasy and romance. I read other genres, but I told them those were the main genres, and I love reading from diverse authors. And ironically, he actually recommended a book by N.K. Jemisin, and it is the 5th season. He said that he recommended it, and I did not tell him I had just bought a book by her earlier. And this is actually a trilogy. It is the Broken Earth trilogy. It is a fantasy. I didn't even read the back cover, so we're gonna find out about this together. It says, this is the way the world ends for the last time. It starts with the Great Red Rift across the heart of the world's sole continent, spewing ash and that blots out the sun. It starts with death, with a murdered son and a missing daughter. It starts with betrayal, long dormant wounds rising up to fester. This is the stillness, a land familiar with catastrophe, where the power of the earth is wielded as a weapon and where there is no mercy. And it has endorsements by NPR, Publishers Weekly, The Guardian, and The Washington Post. So I'm really excited to add this to the shelf. He said that this is a series that is just so unique and that N.K. Jemisin is just essentially paving her own path. And I absolutely love that. I'm really excited to read this. And I don't know if this book is the winner of the Hugo Award or it's just saying she's the winner of the Hugo Award. I'll have to look this up because if this is a Hugo Award winner, I may have to read this first before I read the other book. But I am just really excited about all of the books that I got, and I really hope that you've enjoyed this, I don't even know what to call it, this chaotically fun day. It was time. It was a very long day, but I hope you enjoyed joining me in this journey, I guess, if you will. And if you've made it to this part of the video, welcome to the end of the video, crew. I always love those who just hang out with me to the end. So be sure to comment a cell phone or maybe a phone icon if there's not a cell phone icon in the comment section. I always love chatting it up and just knowing who's part of the end of the video, crew. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe, like, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss a new video from me. Happy reading. Bye, y'all.